Hello and welcome to the Paper Computer Games Podcast.
We are your hosts. I'm Sinister Productions,
And I'm Salman the Fish.
but you can refer to me as Seth.
And Mia Salman.
And for an optimal listening experience, make sure to check us out on all platforms, including Spotify, YouTube, and Anchor.
All links will be in the description. And personally, I would recommend listening on Spotify. That way you can turn off your device and have the audio playing still. But without further ado, let's get into this. So, Seth, it's our first podcast. How are you feeling?
I'm excited, honestly.
Me, me as well. So, how's your day so far?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. What about you?
Me too. I just came back from school earlier. I had a lot of fun today.
Yeah,
I hope to keep on having fun now that I'm back home and doing this awesome podcast. All you guys at home, whether you're making PCGs, you're going on a walk or doing whatever, I hope you guys enjoy this as well. Today's topic is going to be how to massively grow your PCG channel, which was recommended when I made a poll on my YouTube channel at the most votes. So let's get into it. Seth, you want to start us out?
yeah, sure. So the first thing to grow your PCG channel is being consistent. So to do this, you can upload plenty of videos. Either have like a schedule on like trying to give yourself a specific day or time to upload a video, and just kind of have fun with it. If even if you're kind of not up to filming and editing like a whole video, even just a small short can help with that. And then shorts, in my case, have gained views very quickly, so they're quite a good way of bringing attraction to the channel.
I totally agree. If you guys didn't know or didn't see on Seth's channel, Sinister Productions, which is in the description, he made a short about this podcast and it did get a lot of views. How much does it have now?
It's on like I'll check. I think it's like 800.
That is, yeah, as you guys can tell, that's crazy. And how many subscribers do you have on your channel?
On mine, I've got 51 so far.
There you go. See? He got,
The video got 743 views
yep,
in like less than a week, so pretty good.
that is really good. So again, just going through those, be consistent. So you said to try and upload plenty of videos. I agree. If you don't upload videos, your viewers are just gonna not know who you are, and your
Mm.
viewership is gonna fall off over time. People are just gonna start unsubscribing. So I would recommend making a schedule, maybe say one video a month to start off with, and that is perfectly fine. Me myself, if you could see my channel, I don't really follow this because
Yeah,
I'm not really trying to grow my channel like super big, so it's not like a big thing of mine. But if you're trying to grow your channel, upload consistently.
I'm not great with that either.
I know it's hard. It's hard. That's why you gotta start off small. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And with the shorts, I can guarantee you probably 99% of our listeners have watched shorts, reels, TikToks, some of the sort, and probably got addicted to them. I can
that's
say
true.
I watch a lot of Instagram shorts or reels or
Hmm.
whatever they're called myself. I watch a lot of those, and I bet those get millions of views. So if you guys are trying to get attention to your channel, I would say go for shorts, but make sure you also upload the videos. Another thing to grow your PCG channel, this was on my favorite, and I think it's the most important, is to get involved with the community.
That's true.
Uh, Seth, you want to talk about what do you think about that?
Yeah, sure. So one of the main things you can do to get involved with the PCG community is by joining the Discord. I'm sure there'll be a link in the description, but so essentially on the Discord, pretty much everyone in the PCG community is on there. It's a great place to kind of share your videos, share ideas, and just talk to people with like similar interests. So they can also help with like advice, and they can also like share your videos to wider audiences. So it's quite a good place to begin.
There is no your channel without a community. If you guys want to grow your channel, you're gonna need to be involved with the community. You're gonna need to be active, and basically, you're gonna want to show who you are to people. Actually, a funny story, and this is the way that I got into the PCG community. So I can guarantee this method works. Zach,
Mhm.
about let's say 5 or 6 years ago, he used to go and comment on really, really small paper game videos. So I think he would just search up paper game, set the YouTube filters to most recent, and he would just go through one by one and comment something really nice on every single video. And it just so happened to be fate, I guess, that he ended up commenting on one of my videos. It was one of my making a paper game #1 videos. And from that, I thought he was a really cool person. So I went to his channel and I subscribed to him.
Mhm.
Around then, I don't even know how many subscribers he had, somewhere around 20, 30, something like that. So it was a long, long, long time ago. And I've been here ever since, so I can assure you that it works. You will get long-term subscribers if you're involved with the community.
Yeah. Also, commenting on other people's either PCG videos or anything like that, either PCG videos, PCG posts, voting on polls, that can all either bring attraction to that can bring attraction for other people to the server, or it can even it can bring attraction for you to more popular members in the community.
The more you guys show yourselves, the more people are going to know you. All right, so the next thing we want to talk about to massively grow your PCG channel is to be original. Now, I'm not talking about, you got to make up your entirely own PCG category or genre. No, it can be something really simple, like making a PCG about something that nobody else has made before, or making something on a topic that most people don't want to make something on. Maybe going into something more serious instead of something funny. Just make sure your content is not just a copy paste of somebody else's content. What do you think about that, Seth?
Yeah, I think they're all very valid points, and also formatting your videos differently to other people. It can almost bring like a different kind of a different kind of involvement with people watching the videos, either different style of editing, different style of laying them out, or anything like that. It can really help with bringing people back to the channel.
Exactly. Say if you were to edit your videos exactly like Zach edits his videos, well, what's really differentiating you from Zach? Why would I come and watch your videos if I can just go to Zach's videos and get the same exact experience? That's not exactly what people want. So my advice to you, the listeners, would be to make your videos your own. Make them original, make them your own style, and stick to that style. Again, going back to what we said in the beginning, be consistent. If your videos are all edited a certain way, that certain style is going to be kind of your style. Like I said earlier, Zach's style. You all know what I mean if you watch Zach's channel before. It's going to be your own thing. So be original, people.
Mhm. And also coming up with like unique characters and kind of ways of playing your PCGs can really help with that. And it can also inspire more people to help it can inspire more people to use those characters or kind of ideas of playing games with their games.
Yep. One of my PCGs that I made, Arena Battles, Zach actually played it on his channel on a live stream. I made a I made like a thing in the shop. So you go into the game and you're a warrior and you have to go to these three shops. Each shop gives you different things. So one was the shop with the merchant of potions, one was the shop with the merchant of armor, and the third one was the shop with the merchant of weapons. And you had to go to each one. Basically, I made a brand new shop system straight out from my mind, my imagination. I don't think it was ever done before, where anything you can imagine, anything that you can imagine, as long as you have the gold for it, you can ask for it. So, say my brother, he was playing the game and he wanted a force field, an armor that can emit a force field. Great, okay. He asked that of the shopkeeper, and the shopkeeper got it for him to say like 500 gold, something like that. Those other stuff like you can ask for a weapon that can teleport you, or you can ask for a potion that can heal all of your body. just make up something in your PCG that's original or hasn't been done before. Moving on. So another way
Yes.
to massively grow your PCGs is to have fun. What would you say on that side?
Yeah, I think that's very true. So people aren't going to be wanting to watch either like your videos or play your games if you don't find enjoyment in it, if you're sounding unenthusiastic about it, if you almost sound like slightly bored with what you've made, it isn't really going to be very inviting for people to either play your game, take ideas from it, download the game, or even just come back and watch the videos. If there's not really that kind of enthusiastic engagement, there isn't going to be anything to really bring them back.
I agree. If you can tell from when you watch some people's videos in the PCG community, and I don't want to be mean, but sometimes these people are not that enthusiastic. They're kind of monotone voice. I can say about myself in the past, that was me. I was very
Hmm.
monotone voiced. I I was enthusiastic in like one video and I was like monotone in the other video. It wasn't very good for engagement. But when you look
Hmm.
at somebody like Zach or Chris, Chris is a perfect example. Chris is a character. I mean, you can agree on that, right?
Very true.
He is a one of a kind man. And that is why every time he makes a video, that gets crazy views. I'm telling you. When Chris gets into a video with Zach, that dynamic is amazing, and you can tell they're having fun. You can tell Chris is
Hmm.
having fun with the games, as well as Zach, and that just makes you all the more like feel like you're in it with them, like you're having fun with them, and that's what
Hmm.
makes the video fun to watch. You got anything else to add on that?
Well, going back to what you were saying about in the past not being very enthusiastic, I mean, I still to this day struggle with being like enthusiastic and a bit more confident in front of the camera. If you can probably tell by some of my older videos that I'm very like it's almost like one tone, nothing exciting or anything happening. I don't really sound very enthusiastic about it. So, and I mean, you can tell by the views those videos haven't done as well as some of my later videos, which I mean just proves that enthusiasm and just having fun really does help grow the channel.
It really does.
We interrupt today's podcast to talk about the simple solution, the absolute resolution. When times are tough and food is scarce, when the weather is cold and your mouth is dry, there's only one thing that you should try. For all that and more, I introduce Sal's Soup. With many artificial flavors and extremely high fructose corn syrup, Sal's Soup is the perfect delicacy to quench your thirst and fill your stomach.
Warning, product is not made for human consumption. The product is carcinogenic and may cause extreme loss of memory and random bouts of waking up in prison. Proceed with extreme caution. Now, back to the regularly scheduled podcast.
Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is being proud of your work.
Hmm.
You just when you make something, don't second guess yourself. You guys want to make something that you're proud of, and just what's the word? Shoot, I'm lost here. Help me out
So,
here.
oh, right, okay. Almost be a bit confident in what you've made. Like even if, say, there's some incredible PCGs with some incredible artwork, like say like Genesis. It no one said it ever had to be up to that kind of standard. You don't like don't be comparing like say you've just started, okay? Don't be comparing what PCGs you've made to PCGs that someone like Zach's made, who's been doing it for essentially most of their life. You know what I mean? I mean, no one can expect you to be up to that kind of caliber. And even just like small PCGs, even just ones that you've just got a story in your head and you just start scribbling it out on like a piece of paper with some stick men. I mean, even that's going to give you experience in the stories. And even then, when you get more experienced in PCGs, you can go back and recreate those PCGs. You can kind of fine line them a bit more. And I mean, anything you make involving the PCG community I think it's probably going to be beneficial later on, and especially for the channel.
You know what, dude? That was awesome. You know, you couldn't have said it better. Thank you for saving me there. Okay, I completely agree. Anything you guys do will drive you forward. Don't be afraid. be confident, be proud. Whatever you make, it's yours, it's your own. You don't have to compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to yourself. I would say a tip that would help you is to keep track of all your PCGs, whether it's keeping them in a folder or
Hmm.
taking a picture of them, because I know sometimes, say my PCGs, they got just lost over the years. It's been so long, but thankfully I took pictures of most of them and I uploaded them online to the shop, which you guys should all do. Go to the shop and upload your PCGs.
Hmm.
It really helps you to keep track, keep organized, and you can just look back over time. Oh wow, I really improved in this part or that part. I made a way better story. I can see what I did wrong with this PCG. The characters were bland, or the story wasn't good, or wow, I can do this better this time. It's really important to just be proud of your work.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're all very good points. So, and I mean, even if you aren't the proudest of your work, I'm sure even if you either made a video about it, a short, or even just posted a picture of it on the Discord server, I mean, you're gonna get help from the people, from everyone in the server. There's gonna be like encouragement. There's gonna be like people helping you. There's gonna be people kind of almost guiding you into like how you can improve those games and how you could kind of make it like more like fine line, more like fine tuned, and just a bit more like, and just a bit more streamlined.
Yeah. Thank you for bringing that up, actually. That's true. If you do upload your PCGs, which you should upload any and all PCGs you make, you
Hmm.
you'll get love from the community. Like, don't be afraid. They won't hate. Nobody will hate you for making something, right? And
Hmm.
this all goes back to how to grow your channel is by just experience. If you upload your PCGs and you get all that help, you get that feedback, you're gonna make something better the next time. So if you upload your video and you say, this video is it's not that good, and then somebody in the comments is like, okay, maybe you should edit a little bit better. Maybe your audio should be a little bit better. Oh, this part of the video was the music wasn't matching to the video. Like, okay, you know what? Thank you. Next time I'll do it better. And over time, your channel will get better and better and better, which is what I hope happens to this podcast. I know I'll have a little bit of mistake in the start, but we'll get used to
Hmm.
over time, over with the
Yeah.
experience. And with that, your channel will grow. People will be like, wow, this is high quality stuff. But what they didn't
Hmm.
see was all those other past videos where you worked and you worked up to it. And you got your videos and your style perfected. Same with PCGs. They're gonna be like, wow, this PCG is really good. Like how you're saying Zach's PCGs are super good. What we didn't see, well, I guess we did see his old PCGs, but what most people don't see was all his PCGs when he was starting off. They
Hmm.
weren't they weren't these massive, huge, like sophisticated PCGs. They were just stick people PCGs about his
Yeah.
neighborhood, about his friends. It wasn't that complicated.
Very, very true.
So now I want to, for anybody who's been listening this far, we're gonna give you a special treat. We're gonna talk about exactly what you need to do to grow your PCG channel. Not like we've been talking about so far. I'm gonna give you specific tips, and if you follow them, I can say that you're gonna do good. So I want to start off with
Indeed.
enthusiasm.
Yeah.
How, Seth, explain to our view or to our listeners, how exactly do they have to be enthusiastic? How does that work? What is enthusiasm in a video?
Okay. So one of the first and easiest things you can do is being a bit more confident about the games that you've made, and also just being a bit more confident in front of the camera. You can kind of tell that by the voice, like kind of like the excitement and like the enjoyment you get out of making either the video or the game or anything. And also, enthusiasm can also be kind of changing like the tone, how fast you're talking, how loud you're talking, depending on either like what's happening in the video or the game, or like the tone of the game. So, say it was like almost like a Halloweeny kind of game, and it was like more of a scary scene. You could kind of lower the level of your voice to kind of make it a bit more like eerie, or say it was more like a funny kind of like a funny kind of game. You could have like a higher pitched kind of more like more entertaining kind of voice. You know what I mean? Like a bit
Yeah.
louder, a bit like exactly. So like changing your voice to match kind of style.
Sorry, the audio just cut off there and near the end. What were you
Oh,
saying?
sorry. I was just saying, kind of like changing the tone and like how loud your voice is to kind of fit the style of the game or the video.
Yep. I think a great example of that is Chris and Zach. Again, we
Hmm.
always go back to them because they are PCGs. So
Hmm.
if you look at Zach, he's a good example of make your uh how to make your stories and your PCGs like stand out. So what he does is when he explaining a PCG, he's like, for example, when you're saying like Halloween themed, he'll be like, it was the dark and spooky night. Those mists and the clouds were gray, right? And he'll put
Hmm.
on like a little like Halloween theme in the background, right? He's not gonna be like,
Yeah.
it was that stormy night. There was it was spooky Halloween. No, he's being, he's being in with a tone.
Hmm.
Then when you look at Chris, he is an example of how to be enthusiastic. Chris, when he makes his characters, all of them are enthusiastic. They have a personality. So when you want to make your videos on YouTube and you're trying to be enthusiastic, think to Chris. What would he do? Would he monotone his voices? Would he make them boring or no? He would be yelling. He'll be making funny voices. He'll be making silly voices, nice voices, like cool voices. He'll be like, "It was a dark and stormy night, and my character, blah blah blah." You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna be
Hmm.
super monotone. Another thing I want to get super into
Yeah.
is the commenting part. Like I said already,
Hmm.
the story about Zach, how he did all that. I want you, the viewers, right after this video, if you have a YouTube channel, go over to all the comment sections you can. Spend 5, maybe 10 minutes a day, and go through a couple videos on the YouTube's. Go to YouTube's filter, search up or YouTube search bar, search up paper computer games or search up paper games. I would recommend paper games, and then go to the comment section of these videos and comment really nice things. Make sure you go to the filter and type in newest first, because then you'll get these videos that have like lower views, maybe 5 or 10 views, so they have more of a
Hmm.
chance of seeing your comment. And you'll go through them one by one, watch the video, like actually watch their full video, be nice, and comment what you think. If you like the video, comment that you really like the video, and then maybe the person who made the video will be like, "Wow, this person's real nice. I'm gonna go to their channel, check it out." And they'll be like, "Wow, they
Hmm.
make this. They make paper games too. They make paper computer games. I'm gonna subscribe." And that's how you grow your channel. Over time, you gotta make that little community first, and it rolls like a snowball, and it gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah. They're all very very good points actually. And I mean, to be fair, I'm probably going to end up using some of these ideas after we
Yeah,
finish this podcast as well, because I'm still learning just like everyone else is really. But yeah,
me as well.
so getting involved with like the server as well, like I've already kind of mentioned, there's all kinds of channels, and say someone posts a picture of say someone posts a picture of their PCG even, and or comes up with like an idea, comment commenting is kind of gonna like almost involve you with those games and ideas, and it's kind of gonna be like, say you put something nice on the idea, like, oh yeah, it's a great idea, I'd love to see how it turns out. Then those people, again, just like comment on YouTube, those people are gonna be like, oh yeah, this is actually a really nice person, and they're gonna end up kind of wanting to get involved with you. You might end up talking to them a bit more, and then that's all gonna kind of help you grow because then they can check out your channel and then they can share it with all of their other friends in the community. So, I mean, there's really nothing to lose by commenting on the videos or on the server.
Me and you both know Sketchy Penguin, right?
Yeah.
aka MPP. He's a great example. Sketchy Penguin is an outstanding member of the Paper Computer Games Discord. He is probably the prime example of what we're talking about right now. The things that he's done is just like he's done a lot of stuff. So another thing you want to do when you're getting involved with the community is to start things, such as the COD MPP. He was running that. Sketchy Penguin was running that mostly, and that was probably the most fun I've ever had in the PCG community was the COD, which was, if you guys don't know, the COD was draw a character a day, and it happened a couple months ago, like around the start of 2022, where we
Hmm.
would just Sketchy Penguin would just release one character from the PCG wiki every single day, and we would just have to draw him. It was real fun, and if you get involved with the community in such a large scale like that, even in a smaller scale, you will get attention. You'll get people who will be like, "Oh, this guy or this girl is really cool. I want to go and check out their channel." You know?
Hmm.
Now every time I see that Sketchy Penguin is doing something new, like a new PCG or say Collision, like he was doing Collision. There's new
Yeah.
news on Collision. I'll be like, wow, okay, I gotta check this out right now. Another person like Yak Games, he's doing all the TCG, PCG stuff, which
Hmm.
if you guys don't know, that means trading card game, paper computer game. It's funny, and I follow that a lot too. I really like that. Detune Paper. Detune Paper is Detune World. That is probably the most fun you will have playing a paper game. And I'm literally a paper computer games guy, and I still have fun playing his paper games. So
Hmm.
go onto the community, upload your PCGs, upload them, please, you guys. Upload your PCGs and just see what people think. People will love it.
Hmm. Like only good can come out from uploading PCGs. And I mean, again, going back to events like Dakar, stuff like getting involved with, like the PCG Jam and all that kind of stuff. It's just one of the best ways to kind of get involved with the community. I mean, it's not doing any harm. I mean, it's really helping. It's not only helping you, but it's also helping the community grow. And it's kind of like, yeah, I mean, in the future, hopefully it'll become quite big. But I mean, now's the better time as any to join.
So, did you have anything else you wanted to add? Any pointers?
Um, I mean, just like one more kind of method of growing the channel could be something like getting inspired by other people's games. I mean, I'm not going to dwell too much on it, but either getting inspired by people's characters, coming up with more backstories, coming up with sequels and prequels to games, all that
Hmm.
kind of stuff's really helpful. And I mean, use the smallest things. Like, I remember the first PCG I ever started, it's called Purgatory. It's quite a long one, but I remember I saw in the background of one of Zach's videos, Genesis, and all I saw was like two of the statues, and then I I kind of took inspiration from that, and now the statues are pretty much the main focus point of Purgatory. So I mean, you know, getting inspired is honestly one of the best ways of getting involved with the community, because obviously everyone likes to see their characters and ideas developed on, and that's one of the good things about this community. Everyone's fine with using other people's characters and coming up with sequels to games and things. And one of the
Hmm.
best ways of finding this out is the PCG Wiki, which has all kinds of characters, races, games, characters, honestly everything. It's sometimes it's good to just go and just look through characters, and then you'll find out about some interesting character made by someone, and you'll get inspirations for games, and then sharing it with the people. It's it's great, basically.
Yep, exactly what you said. If you guys are looking for some inspiration, you guys are looking for some characters to use, some backstories to go off of, some examples, just hit up the PCG wiki. I'm gonna have the PCG.com linked in the description below, which should have links to the PCG wiki. It should also have links to the shop and the Discord, I believe. So that's all there in one website. It's a real good great website. You should just go on there, bookmark it to your bookmarks tab.
Mhm.
That way you can have access to the multitudinous amount of PCG information that's all across the internet.
Mhm.
All right. So I want to end off on one last topic, and I want to hear your advice for this as well. How to edit your videos. So I've been editing my videos for I'd say 5 years now, and what I realize is that you get really good at it over time. It's kind of like an experience thing. Also,
Yeah,
I never really, I mean, I don't think I have a style of video, but I probably do. You just end up editing all the videos the same way. You end up using the same music. So I would say gather up your skills, experience, just upload videos, edit your videos. Over time, you'll get it, and you'll rack up a folder full of music that you usually use, which will help you
yeah,
towards your style. And that's how you edit your videos.
yeah. So, I mean, I don't really have loads on this topic because I don't really edit my videos that much. All I really do is kind of cut some sections out and things. I used to, um, so essentially at the very beginning of my channel, I tried editing a bit, but then obviously, like you said, getting better as time goes on. I started out not great, so I ended up not actually editing, and one of my friends ended up deciding that he wanted to edit the videos,
Mhm.
and then eventually it kind of he stopped kind of editing the videos, and now now pretty much all my videos have no editing at all apart from some cuts and things. So I mean, just giving it a go and just sticking with it. And you don't need to be too ambitious with edits or anything. I mean, literally all it needs to be is some background music, maybe some small cuts, and just kind of just making them a bit, just making the videos a bit cleaner, you know. So that's something I need to get better at as well.
Yep. Again, with style, I'm not talking about like some Mr. Beast type stuff. You can do
Mm,
exactly what Seth over here is doing. You can just make a couple cuts. Say a perfect example is Epic Worlds, PCG. His videos are great, and yet he doesn't really edit them at all. And
yeah,
that just shows that you don't really have to edit your videos. A couple cuts, a little bit of background music will do fine. He has a really nice setup, so I guess puts in that's like an aspect to it if you have like a nice viewing experience.
yeah.
But yeah, that's what I would say on editing. So, an overview of what we've talked about today. First of all, our topic, how to massively grow your PCG channel. Make sure you be consistent, you get involved
Mhm.
with the community, you be original, you have fun, and you be proud of your work.
Yeah.
And that's about all I have to say. Anything else that you want to add on?
No, I don't think so. I think really that like probably the main what I think is the best way of kind of growing your channel is probably just getting involved. Just just talk to people, you know. I mean, there's no point just there's no point being like scared or anything of the PCG community. I mean, to be honest, it's probably like the best community to join, like the best YouTube community to join. And I mean, all that's going to come from it is good, either whether it be more like friends, whether it be growth in the channel. I mean, nothing bad is going to come from it. So I mean, that's probably my main piece of advice. Just just kind of get involved a bit more.
Hmm. Yep. You guys will
But
not regret it.
very true. But I think that's everything I've got.
Okay. Thank you all for tuning in. If you've listened for this long, you are awesome. Uh, just the last word. Make sure you subscribe to us on our YouTube channel if you're watching there
Hmm.
right now. If you're on Spotify, follow our Spotify account. If you're on YouTube, go to our Spotify account and follow our Spotify account. We're also on
Hmm.
Anchor. All the links will be in the description below. Yeah. Thank you guys. We'll be uploading weekly and we'll see you all on the next podcast.
Yep.
Peace.